almost felt like I fell off the abyss that wasn't actually there when the camera switched over to that. Oh well. That is out of the way. That's the last red coins that ever really gives me any trouble. One of the only ones, really. And now to get actually one of the easiest stars, which is basically flood and beat up a random worm that did nothing to you. Caterpillar, I guess. Poor guy. So anyway, while I'm doing this actually easy stuff that I can do without dying a bunch, I am wondering, would people be interested in a Yoshi's Island Let's Play? I suppose it's kind of relevant to what's going on, because there's Shy Guys and Wigglers and stuff, which are both in Yoshi's... Not Yoshi's Island, of course I'm doing Yoshi's Island. I've had that planned for like 8 months now. Yoshi's Story, because my good friend Tarpaloo, which I mentioned in an earlier part, was doing it, but then I think he gave up, and I wanted to do it to show him that how easy Yoshi's Story is. Because he's basically doing the same thing, just making a Mario Sunshine run through to spite me. But yeah, I would like to do that, and then we can be even, and I will have Let's Played a short game that will be added to my repertoire, and further make Xbox people uncomfortable watching my Let's Plays. Oh well, forgot to read that text. It basically just said, I like stars, blah 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 blah. Oh well, you have to jump on all of his segments, or on some of his segments are on him several times, or something like that. Yeah, there are so many different ways to kill Wigglers in the different games, I just basically forget what they are. This one is basically just jump on it twice, I think. Are you done yet? Okay, fine. Oh, he jumps. But anyway, this doesn't have it. Well, it sort of has to do with anything, but... I felt it. See, the star was corrupting, and that's why Mario's collecting 120 of them. Oh, he turns back into a quiet little baby Wiggler, despite the fact he was at the regular Wiggler size beforehand. And he falls down to his death. What a great time, Mario. And yeah, even though I skipped the text, he says something about, why did you flood my basement, which makes sense since you drained the opening into his grates and stuff like that, but... You don't actually flood his basement, which is a bit disappointing, because it would have been a little more fun if the red coin area was flooded and you could jump. And in Super Mario 64 DS, there are power flowers, which are the equivalent of vanish caps for the things here. And this is a Luigi painting, and you can jump into it back there, or something like that. I always thought this was a clever little thing, because there's the snow painting there. This is a snow painting, except the entire wall shimmers, which makes it seem more like land of... what's it called? Oh, this is another wonderful one to get 100 coins on. I'll do my standard, I'm gonna try to get this out of the way, even though I probably won't be able to, thing. You kill those the same way as Mr. I, except their attack is slightly more potent. Yeah, they're money bags, which are like my favorite enemy in any game. Yeah, this is actually an easy one to get a bunch of coins in. I think I'm remembering it in Super Mario 64 DS, which it's super easy because you get Yoshi and you can eat a money bag, and then you get an egg that gives 5 coins every time it kills something, because Yoshi's eggs give the amount of coins the enemy that was turned into the egg, or something like that. Which makes it possible to get pretty nice coin scores for things. Oh well. But yeah, there's no secrets to getting the 100 coins here. This is actually one of the most straightforward levels. I would have put it in the basement or something, and put Hazy Maze Cave here. This might actually be the 10th, yep, it's the 10th level, so it's the first one right after Dire Dire Docks, so that makes sense that it's the easiest out of the ones here. You can actually press A to speed up your spinning and spin more. And for some reason I was thinking the red coins were inside the igloo, because that's what they did. That's the thing they added in Mario 64 DS. They added red coins inside the igloo. I think these were still here, but they just had an extra red coin star for the level, and they completely changed the layout of the igloo. And I know I keep complaining about the fact that I keep doing this, but I haven't actually seen anyone else complain about the fact that I keep doing this being referencing Super Mario 64 DS, despite the fact this isn't a Super Mario 64 DS for Let's Play. Okay, why did my audio turn off? It went back on, so I'm assuming there's no problem. Yeah, I think these are some kind of weird frog for a while, but they're just wallets, basically. Whack! I think there's some way to make them respawn and get, like, infinite coins, but I'm not good enough to do it. Anyway, yeah, they completely overhauled the layout of the, what's it called, igloo. And despite the fact I keep talking about Super Mario 64 DS and how it's annoying and I shouldn't be doing it in the Let's Play of not Super Mario 64 DS, I don't think I've actually gotten any comments complaining about it. Just people saying, oh, I like Super Mario 64 DS more than this and stuff like that. So maybe I am not actually bothering anyone with it, so I should quit going on long speeches about how I should quit doing it. As great as the spinning weehee whoopie whoopidoo is in this game, I do like just punching them to avoid the drama. I never was really a huge fan of this area. It's like a free star and a free shell, the two best items you could possibly find in a exclamation point block next to a metal cap. And then they just kind of gave up on half of the stars here, and I'm really red coins here. I'm bad at running around those guys with that because of the camera, but you don't. Well, yes, you do really need it for the other red coins. Actually, a dickload of red coins in the igloo, which I just made very hard to get in for myself. I wonder if you can hack your way up. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I think it's a little too steep. I don't like the icy water because it doesn't heal you. I guess it would be kind of pointless if it didn't. Those snowman look like Shy Guy masks to me, and I was always thinking, why is there a Shy Guy mask there? It didn't occur to me, maybe it's not supposed to be a Shy Guy mask. So anyway, there's, besides the regular shell way, you can actually just hop over here to get into the igloo. I was too bad at platforming to do it as a kid, probably still a little bit iffy, but you can drop down to it from the bridge and stuff like that, so it's not the world's hardest thing to get into if you mess up on the, what's it called, like I did, shell. But let's just long jump over this little section, and there we go, right in the igloo. So, are you guys going to tell me that this is underground and that's why it's huge on the inside and the entrance is clearly much bigger? What are these supposed to be? Are they why are there snowmen with flowers on their head that send you spinning and not need to question it, I guess. One of those things, you just let it stand. I think this is like the only area you can enter and then exit. It's like this. The volcano you can't exit, the pyramid you can't exit. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. Here's the bomb for the level. It's not really a super useful cannon, but you can skip a bit of the platforming if you're good at using it, which I'm kind of. Okay, so there are two icy blocks you can kind of shift by, and then you can get the thing here, which makes it possible to completely go through them. One was the little platform you sneak behind like I showed you to get to the bomb, and the other is this which you jump above. And then there's a bunch of coins frozen in here, like only 12, but it's still a pretty nice bonus, or 16, it's still a pretty nice bonus. There we go, star 1. Let's get the doodly doodly doo while it's Vanish Mario, that's pretty cool. Oops, I forgot to get back there in time. Oh well. Then there's a star you get here. So, like I was saying, in Mario 64 DS, this igloo was overhauled, so it had a bunch of icy water in it, and it had a whole bunch of red coins in the icy water, and it had this star in a slightly different location. That was a neat change. I like how they did the little thing like that, just to make the game a little different. And it is possible to stay in the ice block after your Vanish Cap moves, and you can still jump and move freely, you just can't go back in if you jump out. Okay, so I've gone into the igloo and gotten what I assume is maybe the sixth star of the level. Yep. That's a bit of a complicated one. There's this star, which I guess is supposed to be hard or something to navigate through the 3D maze back in the days when 3D was like a new amazing thing, but it's not hard at all. I'm going to have a hard time with it, but that's just how I roll. Okay, there we go. And you might think it's some kind of maze and it's kind of hard to see, but once you know the secret, you have to get out the top and then drop down the top straight on top of the star, and you're fine. In the deep freeze. That's a pretty simple star. That was star 3? I thought it was star 5 for some reason. Guess since the joy has gone out of the 100 coins, I'll just get the red coins now. And by joy, I mean horrible misery, I guess. For some reason, I thought pressing B would... That is a star, isn't it? I don't think I'm gonna have to get that sometime. That's basically a joke star, just telling you where the shell is for the red coins. Whirl from the freezing pond. Yeah, that's not the world's most obvious name of the star, but it's still a pretty simple star, considering it took me like 30 seconds to go get.